If you're just starting getting involved in real estate investing, you've probably wondered all the different ways that real estate can make you money. I mean, that's the goal, right? You've probably thought of one or two different ways that real estate can make you money, but in this video, I'm going to share with you all the ways that real estate can make you financially free. I'll bet I'll describe at least one way that you didn't think about. So let's dive in. I'm Dan, an active real estate investor with hundreds of apartments, and I'm on a mission to help immigrant professionals grow their wealth through real estate. If you'd like a copy of my guide, How to Get Started in Passive Real Estate, then click down below in the description. Both the stock market and the real estate market tend to move when large events happen in the world, but I'm a lot better at predicting the real estate market than I am predicting stock market trends. I would also argue that the complexity of the real estate market is a lot less than that of the stock market, especially with all the unpredictability that there is in stocks. What I'm about to share with you is important for you to understand and really illustrates the power of real estate investing. Number one, appreciation. When I got started in real estate investing, I had this naive idea that the income I would receive would really be based on appreciation. I mean, that's what we're all familiar with, right? For example, if you purchased a home, say 10 years ago, more than likely that home is worth more now. That's basically what appreciation is. Real estate historically goes up over time, which gives you great upside potential for the long term. Now that's true of all real estate, but one of the things that I love about apartments and really commercial real estate is the fact that we can actually force appreciation by improving the profitability of that property. This is huge because we have direct impact on how much our property appreciates. That's not necessarily the case with single-family homes and small residential properties because you're really at the whim of what's going on in the neighborhood, in the market, in the economy, which is really out of your control. Number two, depreciation. It's no secret that a lot of people invest in the stock market. I personally invest in the stock market because I do believe it has a place in my portfolio. But there's a few key reasons why I've transitioned to real estate over the last few years. One of the biggest reasons is the tax advantages it gives you, which stocks doesn't give you any of, the biggest of which being depreciation. In this context, I'm not talking about anything losing value. Depreciation is a paper loss that the US government grants you to account for wear and tear. The typical approach for depreciation is to apply what's called straight line depreciation, where you divide the value of the home into 27.5 years and you come up with a depreciation number you take every year. However, the US government allows you to do some other things to help accelerate that depreciation and really pull it forward earlier, which really just helps you. Things like accelerated depreciation or bonus depreciation, which are the same thing, or cost segregation studies, which is a study you can do to help do the same thing. These are more advanced tax strategies that are not that hard to understand and fairly easy to implement. And I've used both of these strategies on my own properties, which have really increased the tax benefits that I get. Real quick, if you're finding value in this video, please click the like and subscribe buttons so you can get all my videos describing how you can grow your wealth through real estate. It's your positive feedback that will spread the word amongst more immigrants. So thank you for doing so. Now back to the video. Number three, cash flow. This is simply the monthly profit you receive from operating a property. In its simplest form, it's really the rental income minus the expenses like taxes, maintenance, and probably the biggest one, the mortgage. And that profit is known as cash flow. And cash flow is what provides steady income month over month during the entire time you own the property. Cash flow is probably the most important wealth generator of this entire list. Why is that? Because it's something that you can actually have direct control over, and you can analyze before you purchase a property to make sure that you're getting a consistent profit every month. Though real estate tends to increase in value over time, you should really think of appreciation, which we talked about earlier, as being kind of an extra bonus thing that you're getting, like a cherry on top of a great investment. If you can't have at least strong cash flow from the very beginning of owning a property, then you probably shouldn't be purchasing that property in the first place. Number 4, loan paydown. Another way you make money is when your residents pay off your mortgage for you in the form of rents. Over the years, the amount of money you owe on your mortgage will decrease as you make payments every month utilizing that rental income. This is legitimate income which will add up the longer you own the property. Loan paydown is the easiest way to grow your wealth because it doesn't require any special skills or actions. Just pay the mortgage every month and it'll happen on its own. Number 5, leverage. This isn't income per se, but it has a huge advantage on the income you earn from real estate. You can use other people's money or other people's time to accomplish your financial goals. This reduces the amount of personal resources you have to invest and maximizes your return. Let's look at a simple example when it comes to leverage. Say you want to buy a $100,000 rental property and you're going to put $15,000 down and you earn, say, 6% cash flow on that property every year. Now the 6% is not based off the $15,000 you put in, it's based on the $100,000, a much bigger number. Why is that? Because the rest of the money is coming from a bank. It's other people's money. Having 6% of a much bigger number is a big deal, and that's the power of leverage. Another example of leverage, which takes it even further, is when you combine your money with that of other investors to purchase an apartment complex. That's utilizing even more leverage because you're using not just what the bank is giving you in terms of a loan, but also the money from other investors that are being pulled together. Oh, and by the way, you're also leveraging the time and experience of that general partner who's going to acquire and manage the property long term. This is known as real estate syndication, and it's very powerful. Now, these concepts apply equally to single family residences, to multifamily apartment complexes, but it also applies to commercial real estate like office, retail, self-storage, etc. So when you're looking at a potential real estate property to invest in, consider all the ways you can make money to get a sense for what this really can do for you. And as you get more into real estate investing, there's an important question you need to ask yourself. How active of an investor do you want to be? Do you want to roll up your sleeves and do the hard work to acquire and manage properties yourself? Or are you so busy with your job and with your family that you just don't have any time or really interest, but you do want to be involved in real estate investing? Well, that's a case where you can take a more passive approach. And if you're like many people, maybe you're somewhere in between. If that's a question you've thought about, then check out this video right here that will describe the differences between active versus passive investing. It'll help you figure out which approach is best for you. Thanks for watching.